Hey guys, it's Mr. C here. You're going to get your first lesson on my YouTube channel about what good readers do. So you should have your reading notebook and you should have the notes for this notes template glued into the first page of your reading notebook. Now, you'll be filling in the first box for each row with me in this video, so let's begin. So your objective for this lesson is to understand what good readers must do. So in the first box, I want you to write in use fluency, because good readers must always use fluency. That means you need to read the words correctly, that's accuracy. You need to not read too fast and not too slow, that's rate. And you need to read with expression, reading with feeling, and not sounding like a robot. Punctuation is important when you use fluency because you must follow most or all of the punctuation marks. All of the punctuation marks as you read the text. Now that you're done with the first one, let's go to the second box. Please get your pencil and write, think about figurative language. And at any time, you can always pause the video and go at your own pace if you need more time to write. So this would be a good time if you want to pause the video to write, think about and understand figurative language. Now, later in the year, you'll get a lesson on all of these devices for figurative language, such as idioms, similes, alliteration, metaphor, personification, and onomatopoeia. A really cool acronym to remember all of these figurative language devices is I shampoo. Now let's go to the third box. Good readers must always make connections. So once you write down make connections, on this row right here, we have text to text, text to self, and text to world. That means anytime you read a book or read a passage, you need to think to yourself, have I done something like this? Have I read something about this before? Have I seen something in the news about this topic? So anytime you read, you need to make connections. And remember, if you have done something similar to what you have read. Now, good readers must also ask questions. You should always go and find the answer in the text, slow down and look in one place for the answer, and stop and think, not directly in the text, but you should stop and think about what you know. So good readers should always ask questions. And remember, you can always pause the video to fill in the first box in each of these little rows that we have. Now, the next thing that we need to write is we need to always think about the author's purpose in everything that we read. So you need to think about the author's purpose, and the author will try to persuade you, inform you about a topic, or entertain you. And it's always fiction if it's entertained. Now, good readers must also make inferences. So please write inference in this box right here. Now let's go back and look at this. How to make an inference. You should always use your background knowledge, what you already know about the topic, plus you add the clues in the text. And that is what the author's telling you. You add your background knowledge and your clues in the text, and that is how you make an inference, an educated prediction. You have to use your brain for this. So that's another thing that good readers must do. The last thing that good readers must do, that you should always do in my class to be successful, is look at the context clues. Sometimes you might not know the meaning of a word, and you have to be able to find the clues to help you to determine what that word means. Now, if you do all of these things, if you use fluency, you think about and understand figurative language, you make connections while you read, you ask questions while you read, if you think about the author's purpose, you make inferences, and you use your context clues, you are going to be successful because this is what good readers do.